Some students in Ontario may have had a tough time getting to class today. School bus routes throughout the province continue to be cancelled due to fears of COVID-19. An already existing bus driver shortage has only gotten worse during the pandemic. Some bus drivers say they feel ill-equipped coming back to work and fear packed buses.
They're being added a lot of responsibility. The training has not really been there and been adequate in many locations. There's a real disconnect, and people are trying to figure things out on the fly. Sanitization of buses has been quite a bit of a learning curve for all of us. Taking attendance as children are boarding the buses. That certainly wasn't a school bus driver's obligation before. Making sure children are seated according to a seating plan. A little bit worried about the chemicals they're using. They're doing it because obviously that'll keep the kids safe.
The president of Unifor 4268, which represents a small portion of school bus drivers in Ontario, says her members, along with many of the 18,000 school bus drivers across the province who aren't unionized, want to see less students on buses. Just today, east of the GTA, over 220 school bus routes were cancelled in areas like Bowmanville due to the shortage. The NDP are calling on the Ford government to make changes quickly and limit bus capacity at 50%.
Essentially, the government is saying that school boards can go up to 70 students to a regular bus ride. And we've heard from many bus drivers across the province and parents who are concerned about this. And we know that bus drivers are actually stepping down, resigning and not showing up because they're so concerned about the lack of safety.
We've invested an additional $40 million so that our operators, our consortia, and our school boards have the financial latitude to ensure that they are constantly cleaned, those high contact places are cleaned often. More importantly, Speaker, PPE and masking is required, like in schools, on our buses. A full suite of PPE is provided to our workers, to our bus drivers, and likewise training for them. Speaker, we put in more funding for route protection because in this province, like in all provinces, for well over a decade, we have faced a driver shortage that I know all members in this House are cognizant of.
The president of Unifor 4268 further adds that roughly over 60% of school bus drivers are over the age of 60, which is why they're extra concerned about their health. She also adds that many bus drivers in Ontario are still making minimum wage, even with these added responsibilities.